Hello and welcome to Joe Marquis Wagers. Today is Thursday, November 9th, 2023, and today we'll be looking at tonight's matchup of the Carolina Panthers at the Chicago Bears. The line opened with the Bears as 3.5-point favorites and a game total of 39.5 yards. Now on the surface, I know this game doesn't look very exciting. They're both combined 3-14, two of the worst teams in the league. In fact, I think the Cardinals would have the first pick in the draft if the season ended today, but these two teams would be next. But if we dig a little deeper, there are some interesting things about this game. The Bears traded away the number one pick to the Panthers before this last draft, which they used to draft Bryce Young. And as part of that trade, the Panthers sent DJ Moore to the Bears. So this is going to be the first time DJ will be facing his former team. Another former Panther who plays for the Bears and will be facing the Panthers for the first time is D'Onta Foreman, who has become the lead back for the Bears after Khalil Herbert went on the IR. The Bears will also be receiving the Panthers' number one pick in the 2024 draft. So this could really be a win-win situation for the Bears. If they win this game, then the Panthers fall and end up with a better draft pick, which then goes to the Bears. So again, a very classic win-win opportunity for the Bears if they can win this game tonight. When the line opened, there was still some speculation that Justin Fields may play in this game. It has since been announced that he is out, and Tyson Bagent will be getting his fourth start of his young career. In his last two games, it has been apparent that his favorite target is tight end Cole Kmet. Kmet had 6 receptions for 75 yards last week against the Saints, and the week before that against the Chargers, he had 10 receptions for 79 yards. This is going to be my best wager of the game, Cole Kmet to exceed both of his receiving props of 3.5 receptions and 35.5 yards. Based on his last 2 games, I feel pretty strong about this one. He just seems to be a security blanket for Tyson. Now, while not one of my best bets, I'm going to play an anytime touchdown for Kmet as well. It's at plus 200, so I might sprinkle a couple of bucks on that one. Let's see. In the last 2 weeks, it seems that Bryce Young has discovered he can actually run the ball a little. Last week, he rushed the ball 5 times for 41 yards. The week before that, he rushed 4 times for 11 yards. His rushing prop is low in this game. It's set at 9.5 yards, so I'm going to play it. I'm not going to put as much on it as I am the Kmet wagers, but I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on there. He's going to end up getting flushed from the pocket at some point in time in this game. And this is such a low number. He could get this with just one scramble. Last week, I played Jonathan Taylor to exceed his rushing prop against these Panthers because the Panthers just aren't very good from a rush defense standpoint. While he did not hit the number, I think I'm still going to play Foreman to hit his rushing prop of 57.5 yards. It's a lot lower than what Jonathan Taylor's was set last week. And Foreman is playing well. He rushed for 83 yards last week against a formidable Saints defense. So Foreman's going to be motivated to do well against his former team. I don't know necessarily the circumstances, but if I recall right, I think he just didn't get an offer back from the Panthers when his contract ended, and he ended up signing with the Bears. From a game script standpoint, I expect the Bears to be playing with a lead, which would lend itself to just rushing the ball more. So it would be more rush attempts for Foreman, more rush attempts, the better odds you've got of him hitting this prop. I considered playing Thielen's receiving props in this one, but his props are still set high like they were last week. They are at 6.5 receptions and 68.5 receiving yards. Was hoping after his poor performance last week that these would drop back down. I wouldn't be surprised if he hit both of these, but I'm just not willing to put any money on it until I see him bounce back. The other 2 props I'm going to play are a little bit of a gut feel. Bagent has 3 starts so far, 1 at home and 2 on the road. I know it's a small sample size, but he scored 30 points in his 1 home game, which was a win. While he only managed 30 combined points in his last 2 road games, which were both losses. So I'm just making the assumption that he's going to play better at home. I'm going to play the Bears to exceed their team total of 20.5 points and for them to cover the 3-point spread. I want to take a moment and give a shout out to Doug Kazarian. He's a professional handicapper who used to work at ESPN on Daily Wager. He now has his own thing going on a website called onlyplayers.com. Now, don't get that confused with onlyfans.com. Two completely different things. He takes a good logical approach with betting ideas that are kind of much in line with my own, and watching him on Daily Wager and reading his stuff has kind of helped me become a more successful gambler. So just wanted to give him a little shout out for some of you guys out there who are actually playing money on these games to maybe give that website a look and see what you think. So I have 7 wagers on this game, and like always, I went ahead and played them as a 7-leg parlay just for fun. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and share this video on all of your social media mediums. Good luck to everyone, and I will post again on Saturday with all of my Sunday NFL wagers. Thanks. See you then.